I don't know if it's just me, but guilty pleasures are pretty fun to have. We always got that one thing that we really like, even though not a lot of people like it and we know it's kinda bad. You know, you just can't like things that are universally liked. That makes you boring. Believe it or not, guilty pleasures are great because they expose us for who we really are. Dumb people with equally dumb lives. However, since I'm dumber and stupider than all of you, I have decided to talk about my guilty pleasures and why I like them so much. Honestly, I got nothing else to do and I'm kind of falling behind, so let's get to it. Alright, for my first guilty pleasure of the night, I hate to say this, and I know a lot of people are gonna click off the video the moment I say this, I like Ed Sheeran. Now, I get it. His music is basic as hell. It's wedding music and it's also like stereotypical white girl love songs. It's just love ballad after love ballad. He's like if Michael Bublé was Irish, but he wasn't as good. Like, do I need to say much? He's motherfucking Ed Sheeran. The moment you say his name, people get the ick. But I don't care, I freaking love him so much, I'm sorry. Like, come on, when Thinking Out Loud comes on, you will be singing that song, you know every word to it. This song is a typical wedding song for a reason. It's goated, it's iconic, and it's not just that song. Castle on the Hill is actually a really beautiful song. And probably his most serious song. I mean, the moment you say, I like Castle on the Hill by Ed Sheeran, no one's gonna bat an eye. Everyone's gonna be like, yeah, it's fair. His song with Justin Bieber, I don't care. No pun intended, I don't care what anyone says. That song bangs. I get goosebumps whenever I watch that Pokemon Sun and Moon clip when Professor Burnett gets proposed to by Professor Kukui, and then Perfect starts playing in the background, and it's cinematic as hell. Oh yeah, and who can forget about Galway Girl? I mean... Oh my god, what a banger. What a banger. I just realized that every song I listed from here, most of them are from Divide. Divide's a really good album. That's all I got. Ed Sheeran's also like a genuinely good guy, and he has a pretty good sense of humor. And it's also cool that like he married his childhood best friend, and they've been together ever since, and they're still together to this day. That's really cute, you can't deny. Hate him all you want. Ed Sheeran is fine to me. In fact, he's great to me. I like him. However, if you think I'm deranged, let me just even things out. Shape of You is one of the worst songs of all time. Yeah, I hate that song with a passion. Alright, up next we got...
Alrighty! Salad!
Oh, I'm sorry. Family Guy funny moments. You know how sometimes when you scroll Instagram or TikTok, you end up seeing those Subway Surfer gameplay videos with like Family Guy funny moments on top? Yeah, I kind of like those. Actually, scratch that. I don't kind of like those. I love them. I tune into every single one. And yes, I watched through the end. I am that cooked. Okay, to be fair, I'm not the biggest fan of Family Guy, but I do like it enough that I bought the giant chicken in Fortnite, so yeah. But this is the ideal way to watch Family Guy, just watching the funny moments, whether it be modern or classic Family Guy, while watching Subway Surfers gameplay or anything of that sort. It's like, it's ideal. But man, those funny moments are funny when they hit. I mean, I quote some of these on the daily. Scoreboard! Where'd you go, my little pumpkin eater? To the can, because kissing you made me barf. And to add more salt to the wound, I'm not even joking, sometimes when I'm bored, I search up the Family Guy Funny Moments channels or accounts anywhere, and I just watch it for hours on end. And yes, I also go on YouTube to watch those 30-minute compilations. Yeah, I am that guy. The Family Guy. Come on, you can't deny that after all this brain rot, it's nice to see something actually funny show up on your feed. And also, this is related, but kind of unrelated as well. If you haven't seen the Ted movies and the Ted TV show, you get on that. It's actually really good. It was so good, in fact, that I wrote a fanfic inspired by it. But instead of Ted, it's about Love Live Sunshine. That's right, anime fanfics for the win. And yes, it's on AO3. I'm not telling you where. You'll find it eventually. Speaking of fanfiction, fanfiction. I like reading and writing fanfiction. That's it. There's nothing to be explained about that one. Okay, up next, Exo Kitty, or as I call it, baby's first K-drama. Now, I have not seen To All the Boys I've Ever Loved before, and the only thing I know from this show is that this is the little sister of the main girl, and also she's played by Anna Cathcart. And Anna Cathcart is not just from my hometown either. She's also in Odd Squad, which I recently watched and actually really liked. If you want to see me make a video about Odd Squad, please subscribe, thank you. Anyways, Exo Kitty, like, damn, this show is so painful. But oh my god, this is one of the best things I ever watched from Netflix. This was like a Wattpad fanfiction come to life. It had everything. It had Yuri, it had angst, it had yaoi, it had dumb shit, it had cheesy melodrama, it had a weirdly complicated story, and it had love triangles, of course. So yeah, this was basically a K-drama for babies like me. This show was a wild roller coaster ride from start to finish. Every episode, we went from It's So Over to It's So Back and then back again. And it was just like this wave that just kept going and going. It was beautiful and it was weirdly charming. And it does successfully make you forget that you are technically watching more Netflix young adult slop. But who cares? When me and my sister were watching this, we were totally over the moon for this. We were getting giddy over everything, and especially that scene with Minho and Kitty. We were like, like that. And then I watched season 2 when it came out, and it was absolutely fucking horrible. Yeah, I still loved it. Exo Kitty is that one show I'll always tune into whenever there's a new season. Like, I know it's bad for me. I know it's like sugar and goldfish crackers and 90% of my diet. But as I keep saying, I don't care. I will be tuning into season 3 the moment it comes out. And producers, if you're listening to this, for the love of God, please make Minho and Kitty endgame. Minty for life, bitches. Okay, for my final guilty pleasure of the night, this one is a bit personal to me, but I want to talk about it nonetheless. Back when I was in high school, a classmate of mine decided to become a Soundcloud rapper, and his songs were absolutely dog water. You know how bad it was? He made a diss track towards one of our classmates, and one of the lyrics literally went, "I get girls like a 4-leaf clover." Like, read that lyric again. Bro did not double check on what the meaning of that was. And you gotta remember, this is for a diss track. He essentially just like roasted himself. Oh man, and his like producer tag, one of his lines in his producer tag literally went, "Oh yeah, we got Vancouver on the track." And I described to a best friend of mine at the time, that's like putting Tokyo in a country song. It essentially made no sense. Just like his songs. They were incoherent, badly produced, had no flow, and were sometimes problematic in its content. But there is something weirdly charming about it that I cannot describe how. Okay, disclaimer, I should have said this earlier, but none of the songs are available to stream anywhere anymore. Until now. I had a sixth sense that these songs are gonna be deleted. So I decided to download them, and guess what? A year later, they were gone from the internet. I am about to drop something more rare than whatever they got in Prince's vault in Minnesota. I don't know if I should be doing this at all, but I'm gonna be doing it just for you guys. So you better subscribe, alright? This song is his debut single, The Timmy Effect. And by God, it is an experience.
Timmy was in the hood. Let me take you down to Timmy's little town. Hang out Timmy's wrist. Ice so cold that my way is cold. Timmy wants to belong in the hood, but the hood wouldn't let him no more. He saw a beautiful girl in the bar, picked her up in the car. Timmy said, "Damn girl, nice ass." She hops into her car and hits the gas. He never saw her again. Timmy wants to belong in the hood, but the hood wouldn't let him no more. Timmy saw a gang full of assholes. One of the gang members had a bodyguard. The gang members approached Timmy. He got all shaken up. The gang full of assholes punched Timmy in his head and falls on his stomach. Then the gang got away. Timmy wanted to belong in the hood, but the hood wouldn't let him no more.
I'm trying my best not to laugh here, I'm sorry. There is not a single thing about this song that's remotely even good. There is no flow to this song, there's not a single good production element, and the lyrics are pretty problematic. It was actual shit. But it kind of rocked in its own special way, I guess. But the best part didn't even arrive. When it first released, it became a cultural phenomenon in my school instantly. Everyone was talking about it, everyone knew about it, but not for good reasons. And some of my classmates wanted in on this action. To put it simply, my classmates somehow convinced him to create remixes of Timmy Effect featuring them. And they added verses which, in a very PG way to describe them, were homoerotic. And then it all culminated with 7 of my classmates joining in for one big remix of Timmy Effect. And by God, was it amazing.
No muscles, but he's still gonna flex. PP so big, just like a T-Rex. Phone blowing up, all the hoes wanna text. Biking to school like...
Was this bullying technically? Kind of, I guess. But I was too busy rizzing up the HUDs to care. Yeah, that's right. It may not look like it, but I used to pull. I used to have so much aura. What the f happened to me? So yeah, that was all my guilty pleasures I wanted to talk about today. Let me know your guilty pleasures as well, and also if your school had any SoundCloud rappers. And to end things off, what is the message of this video? Never become a SoundCloud rapper, like ever. Oh my god.